Adam Neville, President of Southern Lakes United Football Club, and I've been with the club for around about 6 years now.
My name's Chris Casabianca and I look after the social media and our website for Southern Lakes United.
I just started as a coach, then I got put onto the committee, and at that time we only had about 48 players. It was a big effort from not only myself but the rest of the committee and beyond there. To get our numbers up, the next year we doubled to over 100, and that was just due to social media, and we started from there, and every other year we bumped up to numbers of well beyond 100. Last season, to season 2022, we're at 328. This season of 2023, we're well over that at the moment, and even looking to get bigger.
I think we do a great job in retaining volunteers by just being very active with all of our families. We try and make sure we know every kid's name, all the parents' names. We keep in close contact send them on game day, emails.
Yeah, I think it starts from the information that we do give them when they arrive. Through coaches and managers, we provide a lot of support through training, a lot of information sessions about how the season should work, and we go from there. Yeah, straight after presentation day of that season, then we kind of just go from December, because our January is so big through registration. It's our biggest month. We start as soon as December 1 hits, and then January 1 when we open up, because it's our biggest month. We have to prepare for it as best we can.
We use social media quite often for our recruitment, whether it be players as well as sponsors and volunteers. We think it's a very crucial tool for us to obviously get to the wider community as well as our existing families and members.
Yeah, it's been our biggest tool. The thing that made our club as big as it is when we started being very active on Facebook, Instagram, all social media aspects, and just to get our club out there, it's one of our biggest tools that we have. Yeah, you definitely have to learn about social media. It's one of the biggest things we have at the moment. Almost everyone's on it, and just that way we build on registrations from there. It goes few and far between from the old letterbox drops that we used to do, and standing down at Steve's Mega Seafood and handing out flyers because of that. Most of our regos come from social media, and not only that, but word of mouth as well. But once you do get social media involved, then the word of mouth comes from that. It definitely just keep persisting on it. It took us a long time to get that social media following. We didn't always have the following that we had. We started with about 50 likes on our Facebook page and 0 on our Instagram, and it took us a long time to build up that confidence and getting more posts out there, more people attracted to it. And just even on our game days, we just had like our Facebook page, and on Rego days, same thing. We just kept building on top of that. Advertisement of Facebook was big. We put it on all our signages, everything. We put it on everything that we could possibly do.
So when I put together my social media pieces, I tend to use a combination of tools such as Illustrator or CorelDRAW. We've been very lucky to have some professional photographers as part of our family, which has given us a great suite of photos to use. I think people just doing text-only posts, it just doesn't have the same impact as people using photos. So we always make sure there's a photo with all of our posts. We also try and lighten it up a little bit. Especially in the off-season, we try to use some memes to help with retention of players as well as capturing new players. Not every post can be serious, we like to have a bit of fun. And we also change up the posts between attracting sponsors, attracting new players, and reminding players that they need to hurry up and register before the season starts. We work quite closely with Council to obtain this facility. This has been an ongoing process for the last 2 to 3 years. Obviously, as soon as the works were announced that the new facility would be built, it was close consultation with Council to make sure obviously we were in the front running to have this brand new facility. Definitely, we've been working with Lake Macquarie City Council for about 2 years now, just to get the Cooranbong facility up and running. So we've had a lot of delays through Council and through the developer as well, not during that, but also during COVID and a lot of floods and the rain that's hit. Had a lot of setbacks, but I think now we're on track to getting in here on time.
Yeah, so it's a big upgrade to what we had. We come from a little tiny shed to this big, massive facility. We don't know what we're going to do with ourselves here. It's so much, so big, and because the club is growing so much, yeah, it's just massive, and we're still learning what we need to do here, and it'll take us a bit of time. But yeah, we're really excited about the potential this place has.
Having this new facility is really going to help us this year in obtaining new players, new sponsors and new volunteers. We've been sure to use this facility in our social media posts to show off the size of it, as well as have all of our registration days and meet and greets here before the season. It's also helped us to obtain those new players after the dramas of last year with wet weather, showing off that we've got this brand new facility with great drainage, and in the hope that games won't be called off left, right and centre.
Yeah, definitely coming from here, from Dora Creek, we didn't have the facility to host any female football. We had one changing room. Now coming into Cooranbong, we have 4 changing rooms, and we can utilise that for females. At the moment, we're sitting on 2 under 9 girls, 2 under 10 girls, 12 girls 13, and 2 women's all ages, which is our biggest that we've ever had. Now we can definitely host them and give them a proper facility to either train and play at.
It's so important to have good governance for our club. We like to think we've got a very active committee, and without that you can't expect to have active families. So it's really crucial we make sure all of our committee is down here for every game day, as many training sessions as possible, and that flows throughout everyone being quite active.
Yeah, you've really got to pick and choose who you want as your committee. You're obviously going to get those people who want to join the committee, which you probably shouldn't knock them back. But yeah, from the very start, we pick and chose who we wanted for our committee members. It's mainly been parents who have been with us for quite a while and really stepped up and helped. Even just on a game day, someone who puts in the effort from here at 6 o'clock in the morning and doesn't leave until 1 o'clock, and their kids are playing at 9 o'clock in the morning, it's those ones that we recognise, and we just approach them and say, hey, do you want to come on the committee and help out in an official way? And it's worked for us for so long. We've got so many amazing committee from it, and we've retained them as well. Yeah, it's about finding the club spirit too. You just got to find people who are very passionate about this club, not just the ones that come in and just leave as well. We want someone who is very passionate as much as I am about this club, and we've really got that over the past couple of years. We haven't not got someone like that. No matter how big your club is, you're still gonna struggle to find that committee. But if you do have a great committee from the start, no matter how small your committee is, you'll still find a way. Whether if they are dedicated, then it's like doubling a committee pretty much, and that's what we've always found, even when we were small. Just be very active in your club. Be very social with your members. Know who you are. Know who they are. It's the biggest thing that we have here is everyone knows who I am, everyone knows who my committee is. Everyone knows everyone's name. It's just something that we've built on from when we were a little club now to what we are now.
The best piece of advice I can give to other clubs watching this video is just to look after your members, support them, treat them like a family. When I first joined this club 5 years ago, I didn't know anyone in the area, I didn't know anyone at the club, but they made me feel welcome, made me feel like a family. And so now I try and do the same to all the members of this club. And if you do that, you'll obviously keep up your retention of your players and your volunteers and your sponsors.